Look at you.
Kind of old and longer hair.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, probably 25 years, maybe more. Oh, and here's the old gang.
The rights we want.
In 1995, 40 self-advocates from within Skills Society came together to speak out against their exclusion. In collaboration with disability rights advocate David Hingsburger, they wrote The Rights We Want, a statement of our rights and responsibilities, formerly known as the Consumer's Bill of Rights. This group wanted a change in attitudes and a change in practice. The Rights We Want was the beginning of a journey of advocating for the citizenship of people with disabilities.
I am Karen Baum. I've been with Skills since 1991. What I wanted to do was sort of like to be a bit of a leader, put myself out there in the community and in with the rights of skills, because I have the right to do that. And I enjoyed it.
So my name's Wendy Hollow, and I was the executive director at Skills. People with developmental disabilities historically have been treated very badly. Within our province, we've institutionalized people. There was the whole eugenics movement. People were not people. I mean, people didn't have any rights. It's a constant push that takes a long time. And even now, there was a very strong inclusion movement. There was real progress being made. People were just starting to recognize that people with developmental disabilities had a place in community, that community was stronger when everyone's included. The concept of being a self-advocate, speaking for yourself with a group of people who generally have guardians and don't make any decisions in their lives, it wasn't something people had even thought about, like the idea of people with developmental disabilities being self-advocates. And staff have such a lot of power. And I think what was really important was for staff to be reminded and understand what people's rights were. And working with Dave Hingsburger, that was a big part. We'd had Dave come in and meet with staff, and he had such strong and powerful examples of how staff really take over people's lives sometimes and need to step back and recognize that they should be making some of these decisions and deciding where they want to go and who they want to go with and when they want to go, and do I want to do my dishes now, or maybe I could do it after I watch my TV show. We were thinking that we should have a Bill of Rights, and it occurred to me that, how we can't just sit in a room and make up a Bill of Rights for people without asking them what kind of rights they'd want. It almost scared people because, we put 40 people with disabilities together in a room with Dave, and staff weren't allowed to go in. I think there was one support staff in there to take notes, but people were they were even afraid of that, or the idea of a room full of people with disabilities. There were people that actually opposed the idea, but the process was just so powerful. I think if you want to oppress someone, you don't let them assemble, right? You don't let people get together. So the process, the end result, the piece of paper with here's what we'd like to see, here's the rights we want, and these are our responsibilities. But it was the whole process of coming together and talking with each other and sharing their experiences that was probably as important, or maybe even more important than the final product.
Recognizing that it is our responsibility as citizens to think about how our actions impact one another and respect each other's rights, The Rights We Want has both rights and responsibilities.
Hi, my name is Michelle Arkley, and I was in part of the advocate for the Bill of Rights.
I'm Jan O'Neill. I was a supporter for the Bill of Rights. It was later on where we looked at that rights. Yes, they do need responsibilities. So we're talking about rights today, but we're also talking about responsibilities when you have rights.
I think responsibility is everybody has responsibility.
To each other?
To each other.
Sometimes people will learn about their rights, and that's really big right now. In community, people are talking about their freedoms and their rights. But, you like country music, You want to listen to it all day long and nice and loud, but you live with a couple people who don't like it. You have to understand that everybody has rights, and you have to balance that. And I think that was really an important part of the process of people coming together. They were really receptive to that idea and understood that them having rights didn't mean that they could put their will over everybody else. They did understand that need for balance.
Carrying on the legacy of the original Rights We Want group, 23 self-advocates and allies from Skills Society came together in 2022 to affirm their rights as citizens.
My right to employment and fair wage.
My right of privacy.
I have right to vote.
My rights to have my own money.
My right is free, my own spirituality.
My right move.
My right to meet with Adam.
I have my rights to know what's going on.
I have rights to be in a relationship.
My rights is to respect. My rights to hire my own staff.
These are the rights we want.
Yay! My name is Barbara Lagrell, and I like doing beadwork, crafts, and I like cooking. Yeah, Margaret is my favorite friend. When I talk to Margaret, we talk to each other, and then I understand her and she understands me. It's just like my sister, but she's my best friend. And we try to do things together, like going for a walk in the hallways. Yeah, she makes flowers, paper flowers, and then you put them all over the walls. You try to decorate the place. Well, Native Senior Center, I go there and pray, and I go there just for bannock and soup. I could talk a little bit Cree, but not too much. That's what I like about that, because I could learn more Cree from them. Sometimes we go do smudging, because it makes me feel so good too. Yeah. Just like taking the bad spirits away from the house. My beadwork is part of my culture. My mother used to use lots of beadwork. She used to make moccasins and jackets and vests. I love flowers. I learned it from a teacher. I make daisies, and I make bracelets out of them too. That really helps me. Plus, I think about my family while I'm doing that, make me feel so relaxed. Me and my grandmother used to go and sleep in a tent. And we used to hunt rabbits and all that, take them home and make good soup out of rabbit soup. That's why I like going outside, because I think about her a lot.
Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Hey. How are ya?
Not bad. You?
Good. Do you mind if we come in?
Sure.
Awesome. Do you want to give us a tour around?
Sure.
Show us your place?
I live with my new roommates, Brian and Evan. I have like the whole entire basement suite to myself. I have my bedroom to myself. I have a downstairs shower to myself, and I have a bar all to myself, and there's like a fridge that I can put my drinks and stuff that needs to be cold because I don't like having my drinks warm. Yeah, and I moved there October 29th of 2021. Like, I decided to start a new life and a new roommates and start everything fresh. Before COVID, I work at Castle Downs McDonald's. I do lobbies, so I do like mopping. Well, first I have to sweep and then mop. And then like change the inside garbages, do the trays, tables. These customers know that I work really hard And there's these two female customers. The names are Patricia and Carol. They would spoil me a lot. Like they would give me something for my birthday, something for Easter, something for Christmas, something for Halloween. Here's a picture of me, my sister, and my nephew. I have a whole bunch of photos in here. For my nephew, Dominic, he means the world to me. And over here, me and my godson. I would never forget that Christian got baptized on the day of my birthday. When my mom came to get me and she drove me to my sister and my brother-in-law's place, I was like literally in happy tears because I get to hold him. So my sister comes and says, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I couldn't be more happier." And then right here is me and my brother and my mom, and then it was just me and my mom. God rest her soul.
So many beautiful memories you've got around you.
Yeah.
To this day, Skills Society's work remains rooted in disability rights, providing people with disabilities with the same opportunities and choices, the same ability to share their gifts and talents, and the same sense of belonging that we all enjoy. This is an important part of supporting the citizenship of people with disabilities.
Well, for sure there's a need for the document, but more importantly, there's a need for the document to be used and for people to have it be a living, breathing part of every organization. For people coming into service, new staff that have been around a while, sometimes you forget. You don't realize how much control you're inserting into people's lives in a support role. There's a constant need to be reminded about rights and about responsibilities.
The Rights We Want led to significant change both within Skills Society and in the community disability service sector as a whole. We remember and honor the work of those that came before us and the courage and tireless efforts of self-advocates and their allies.
The right to freedom from discrimination. This means that people can't treat us differently because we have a disability. This means that if we have ethnic, radical, gender, or sexual orientation differences, we will be expected, in spite of the differences,